Hello, my name is Afnan Mir, and today be talking to you about the Insta shoe, the shoe to end all shoes. So, what is the Insta shoe, you may ask? Well, the Insta shoe is a specialized shoe that is able to be manipulated into whatever design and whatever size you want it to be. This makes it so you only need to buy one shoe for the rest of your life, and it means this is a very good option for kids as they are always growing, and this means parents are always constantly having to buy shoes for them as they grow, as their feet grow and grow. However, with the Insta shoe, now you only need one shoe that can grow in size with your kids. So, what is the target demographic for my product? Well, the age group we want to target are 16 to 30-year-olds because we know teenagers, especially in high school, are very into shoes and having a specific design of shoes that go with their fashion. So we want to target the high schoolers so they'll have fashionable shoes. But we also wanted to target young adults because we felt that young adults would want to buy these shoes for their kids in order for them to save money as they raise their child. So we decided to go with 16 years old, which includes high schoolers to 30 years old. Next, we chose males because generally males are more into the specific design of shoes and different types of shoes than females, such as basketball shoes and other sports shoes. And we wanted to target an income in the high range of 80K to at least 100,000 because this will be an expensive product considering how much it does for a consumer. So we expect higher class consumers to buy this product. And with our advertisement, we would like to target magazines such as Sports Illustrated and Time Magazine, as well as TV shows such as Property Brothers and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on HGTV and ABC on channel ABC. All these shows and magazines are best suited for our demographic because magazines such as Sports Illustrated and Time Magazine target especially males and young males of that because they like to keep track of sports more often and especially current events, especially nowadays. And Property Brothers and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are both family shows that people usually watch with their families. So this would target more younger couples and younger families, so they will be able to see the ad. These are all very popular magazines and TV shows as well, so they will be seen by a lot of people across the nation. And even though this is an expensive venture for all of these because of their prestige and how popular they are, it'll be well worth it because of how many people it will reach and how this will lead to a lot of people buying the product. So here is our logo and our slogan. So our logo, we want to go with a more minimalistic design for the logo. So we went with a black background with a complementary red logo and company name. And we thought this would be a good logo to help and it's minimalistic so that the consumers can easily remember whenever they go out to buy stuff or whenever they go out shopping with their family. And the slogan explains the product very well as the shoes to end all shoes because when a person buys this shoe, it eliminates the need to buy any more shoes for the rest of their lives. So we want to reiterate this idea to all our consumers so that they know what the best part of our shoe is. So here is my print ad for the Insta shoe, and it has uh, um, the product name at the very top in the biggest and boldest letters, so that it'll be remembered by all the people reading it. And this heavily appeals to the logic of the consumers because it shows all the different types of shoes that you can have in just one Insta shoe. And this shows a great advantage that Insta shoes have towards compared to every other shoe. And this will more incline consumers to buy it. There's also credibility in this ad because it says that it is able to be bought in shoe stores such as Foot Locker, Finish Line, and Shoe Palace. These are all shoe stores that many people already know and are familiar with. So they know they can trust these places selling these shoes, so they know this shoe is a viable product. And the logo is placed at the bottom right corner, so it's the last thing the consumer will see, so that that'll be the last thing they remember when viewing the print ad. Now we'll show you the commercial. Ask yourself what color shoe goes with what outfit. Or have you ever gotten tired of your kids constantly growing out of their shoe you bought for them just a few months ago? Well, look no further than Insta Shoe, a shoe that can change to whatever size, material, and design you want it to be. If you feel like playing basketball, then you can make it into basketball shoes. But if you have an important meeting to go to, you can change it to dress shoes too. With the Insta Shoe, you only need one pair of shoes for you or your kids for the rest of your life. A whole life of shoes costing only $189.99. The Insta Shoe is the shoe to end all shoes. So this commercial can heavily appeal to all the consumers watching because it first uses the idea of a rhetorical question as an appeal for the consumers. At the beginning, it asks about ask consumers if they always struggle trying to figure out what shoes they want to wear to certain places, and it also asks if they always have to buy shoes for their kids when um, when they are raising a family. These are rhetorical questions that make the consumer think and realize that these are struggles that they go through in their everyday lives, and how the Institute can easily eradicate all these problems from them. And these issues are those issues of the demographic we're looking towards, from 16-year-olds to 30-year-olds, because it relates to the teenagers by asking the question about fashion and how of trying to pick out how they look every day, and it also begs the question about the children and how the children grow up, so that appeals to young couples and young families trying to raise their kids. Next, there's a lot of logos in this ad because it is able to compare the Insta shoe to that of a regular shoe. It clearly shows the advantages that Insta shoes have towards their product and towards their versatility, because they can be used in any situation as seen in all this footage used, and it is also able to show how it can change size as well. This also at the end has an appeal in ethics because it shows how credible we are by again showing that this can be bought in any store like Finish Line, Foot Locker, and Shoe Palace, which are very credible shoe stores that people can trust. It is also able to evoke emotional appeal in that when it asks about children's shoes, the children of parents are always an emotional appeal for parents because they're always thinking about their kids, and if we can give them something to make their kids' lives easier, and to make their lives easier on raising their kids, it will easily be an appeal to them and want them to buy our product. We say the logo, the slogan at the end of the commercial with the logo there, so that it is the last thing they remember, and they can remember why the Institute is so important. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Hopefully this Institute will become a product in the market sooner rather than later.